time it is. It's Monday.
Yes, it is.
We're the Davisons.
We're here.
We're the Davison Intervention, and we're coming to you all. You know, it's every Monday, y'all. We give you that show, y'all. But you know, I always have to do, Kenneth, what a girl got to do.
Okay, go ahead.
So make sure you like,
make it happen.
Subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification, because that's going to let you know when we coming in, baby.
Yes.
Y'all got to know when we coming in.
Yeah,
so make sure you do that. Kenneth, so you know I like to check in. Kenneth,
okay.
How was your day? How's everything going?
My day was going pretty good. I got my scripts back on today. Got my glasses back on today. I want to look like a distinguished gentleman. So, but they went today. It went pretty good today. How about yourself?
You know what? It wasn't too bad. It was a good day. Everything was good. The weather's beautiful. We're coming up on May. I'm just excited, y'all. I love springtime.
Yes.
Spring is in the air.
Beautiful weather. 80 degrees today.
Weddings is in the air.
Oh, yeah.
And y'all know what? Y'all, we get so many questions. I told Kenneth, we're going to probably just have to keep having questions answered, because I get a flood of questions through my email. I get flood of messages just coming through, even on the chat, on the comments. I get a flood of questions. So guess what? We're going to start it off with a couple of questions.
Okay, I'm ready. I love questions.
We're going to start questions just to see where we're going. Kenneth, this one was really interesting to me.
Okay.
This one was really interesting because I was like, wow, people really do these things? So we got someone that asked me, what do you do when you fall in love with someone else?
Okay.
But I'm still married to you.
Wow. That is a good question.
Yeah, I mean, I'm married.
Falling in love with someone else.
Yes.
And still in love with you.
Yes.
Not still in love with you, but just...
No, I'm still married to you.
Okay, not in love.
You and I are married.
Okay.
But I fall in love with someone, or you fall in love with someone else. That's what they asked us. It was like, y'all keep it real, y'all transparent. I just want to know, how do you handle if I fall in love with someone else? And they actually said I'm married, living single, because they married and they said they living single. So I'm like, okay, we have to dig into that, because we did talk about married folks living single,
and single folks living married.
So Kenneth, you know, I love to always ask you, pose the question to you, Kenneth. What do you think? What do you do when you fall in love with someone else, but is married, living single?
You know something, that married, I'm going to back it up and go reverse. I'm going to reverse first and try to go forward. Mm-hmm. Because it sounds like I'm trying to justify it.
Okay.
Because I'm married, living single. So now that gives me a right to go out and seek someone else. Or that gives me a right to fall in love with someone else.
Elaborate. You know,
that's what it sounds like. It sounds like when you said married, living single. Okay. But you see, so that means I'm trying to justify that I'm not happy at home.
Okay.
You know, you're sleeping in one bedroom. I'm sleeping in the other bedroom.
Yes.
We're seeing each other in passing. Mm-hmm. You know, it just seems like to me that as a man, I'm trying to justify my reason for falling in love with someone else.
I like that. Because
I think that was Mr. Johnny Taylor that said, falling in love
with
two ain't easy to do.
Was that him?
I think that was Johnny Taylor.
Somebody said that. Trying to love two ain't easy to do.
Right.
I got a woman at home.
So that is very interesting, because if we had gotten to that point, you know, maybe our marriage was in shambles from the start. If we are married, living single, and now I've strayed on out now, and I'm, you know, falling in love with someone else.
Because you know what? I'm just saying, when I got this question, I had a ton of questions for this person, and they just gave me this, because follow-up question would be is, why are you still married, living single? If I fall in love with someone else, why am I still married to you? And I'm just saying, why am I still married to you if we're living a single life and then we're doing what we're supposed to do?
To me, that would be so confusing, because now I'm trying to put on a facade at home, and then I'm trying to please this person that I'm in love with now, too.
Okay, yeah.
So to me, it's almost like, wow, how can you do the two?
How do you do? That's what I'm saying.
How do you distinguish the two?
And not necessarily distinguish it, but
how do you?
how do we still, and see, that's why I said I got a ton of questions. Is there kids involved?
Yes.
That would be another question.
Yes. How long has this been going on? How long have you been in love with this other person?
How long have y'all been married? I would want to know, does the husband know about the person, and does he have somebody else, and y'all just okay with that?
Now, since you brought that up, as a husband, if I don't know my wife by now, and I know that she's acting different, or the wife don't know the husband not by now, that the husband is acting different, you can't see that?
Well, what do you mean acting different?
Okay.
I don't have to.
If I'm in my own bedroom and you in your own bedroom, that means I guess I could come and go when I want to.
Exactly.
You can come and go when you want to.
Because we live in single. We agreed that's how we live.
That's a tough way to live. That's a tough way to have a marriage. That's a tough way to even have a relationship.
I agree.
Where I don't care what you do, you go in your room. I don't care what you do, you go in your room. And then I have a green light to go and fall in love with someone else.
And not just that, I just think it's difficult because that's why I said, even if kids involved, can you imagine? Sometimes we think kids have no clue what we're doing.
They know exactly what's going on.
They know exactly
kids
what's going on.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, they're not.
Kids know mom and dad ain't happy.
That's for another show. But anyway, I'm just saying, to me, if we're at this point where we're living single lives and we're married, I just think it's best for me and you to just not be, let's just figure out if we have kids, let's figure out how we're going to co-parent.
To me, it's kind of hard to do. It is almost impossible to do.
Baffles your mind.
It's almost impossible. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. It's impossible to do because I'm trying to be at home with you, trying to keep my marriage, status up. But I'm still thinking about this girl who I have fallen in love with, and thinking about her. How can I communicate with her? Do I text her? Do I, go by and see her every now and then?
But you just made an interesting point. You said you trying to keep this marriage. I don't think the marriage is even anything to be kept anymore.
Well, you said we're married, living single, so we are in the home. We are keeping up the status quo.
I just think it just looks that way. Let me say that.
Wow. But I would just be, if it was me, I would just be tired of putting up a facade. I would be tired of trying to play these games, and I would be tired of just, trying to, keep up two homes. Because I got to keep up this home, because I'm here paying the bills here. Okay. And then I got the one that I'm in love with, I got to help pay the bills there also.
So this is a follow-up question, not to this, but because we're talking about this, another question said, when is it time to fold? When is it time to fold? When is it time to call it quits? When is it time to say, enough is enough? When is that time to say? Because to me, and that's why I'm going back to this one. To me, they're at a point to me of no return where we should say, this is it. I'm just speaking for myself, and to me, when we get to that point, we need to call it quits.
It seems like to me that's probably a lot of disrespect going on there. I'm disrespecting you, and you're disrespecting me. I'm probably not caring about seeing my texts or me talking on the phone or me in and out or any of that.
There's
you can look at all their accounts all you want to. I'm going to do my thing. Seems like to me it's a lot of disrespect going on if I'm loving this other woman and still trying to keep up.
Well, you're speaking about accounts. I think the accounts are irrelevant. I think whatever we bring to the table, like if the mortgage is this or the rent is this, here the half of my bill, you pay yours, I pay mine. I just think that's married, living single. But I'm talking about when is the time to fold.
That's what I said. When disrespect is just totally gotten out of hand.
Okay.
Because it can happen where they just disrespect you now. Don't even care anymore.
Okay.
I don't even care anymore. I'm in love with this other woman anyway. And evidently you know it because I'm living in my room, you living in your room. I come and go, you come and go when you want to. So, hey, it's totally disrespecting each other.
I always tell women, or mostly when I'm sharing with women, I tell them, when they ask me, how long should I put up with this? How long should I do this? How long should I do that? I always tell them I don't have that answer. You do.
Right.
I believe when you're fed up, because I'm telling you, I always think about Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it? When she was tired, sick and tired, and that's just anybody. But that one always come to mind. When she was tired, she left everything. The only thing she wanted was her name. Right. And to me, when you get to a point where you're tired, and you've done to me all you think you're able to do, that to me that's when I'm done. And once we're done, you to me really don't care. To me, from a woman perspective, we don't care about anything. And not saying anything.
Right.
We'll just walk away from it just to say we're done.
And that's why we always say, you and I always say, it's important for communication to be key.
Exactly.
We need because even if we started drifting apart from each other, at least we could talk about it and say, look, it seems like we're just kind of neglecting each other here. I think we need to talk about this. Because it seems like you're seeing me in passing, I'm seeing you in passing.
Right.
We're not talking like we used to. We're not laughing like we used to.
Right.
It seems like communication should play a big part in that. So when we see each other just beginning to drift away, we can maybe stop that, nip it in the bud and say, look, we don't want this to happen. Let's talk about what's going on. Am I making you happy?
Right.
Are you making me happy?
Right.
What can I do to make you happy like I used to make you happy?
You make it sound so good. I'm just...
It ain't that easy. I'm just saying, communication should be the key.
But I'm saying, you make that sound so easy.
Yeah, it could be that easy though,
Right.
If we were communicating from start.
I agree.
And then we started drifting away from each other, at least we could see that. So, LAVIDA, I see you coming in, you don't even speak anymore. You just walk into your room, go in your room, and slam your door and do your own thing.
Right.
Can we just talk about this?
So that's interesting you bring that up, because this to me can roll into another question. So how emotionally open should a man be to his wife? Because you're talking about communication. You talking about, it all starts there. If we're communicating and we see ourselves going in different directions, then we need to start talking. Then, okay, we communicate. How emotionally open should you be?
You see me shaking my head, but you're talking to the wrong dog. You talking to the wrong dog. I am old school.
Okay.
And old school ain't never going nowhere.
What does that mean?
Old school is not ever going anywhere.
What does that mean?
I mean, old school. I'm from the old school.
Okay.
We wear our emotions not on our sleeves.
Okay.
Not in our hands. We wear our emotions on the bottom of our feet.
So what does that mean?
That means we walk on our emotions. So I can try to answer that politically correct as possible. But as far as the old school is concerned, I'm from the old school. Never let them see you sweat.
I knew you was going to say that.
That's what old school says.
I'm going to tell you another thing you say. It's a need to know basis. I'm like, what does that mean? So from old school, if I needed to know that, if I don't ask, I won't get the answer until I ask it.
You don't get the answer that you're looking for until you ask.
Okay.
I can give you an answer, but that's probably not the one you're looking for. The one you're looking for, you have to ask that specific question in order to get that answer.
Okay.
But emotionally, rewind to the emotionally stability of a man. A man should be openly with his wife.
Take a drink on this. I'm listening.
Yes. A man should be openly with his wife. And I think he should sometimes, just a little bit, she could be sensitive every now and then.
What do you mean by?
Just a little bit. I don't want to open that up too wide. I think a man should be sensitive just a little bit. I don't think this is just me.
I know this is you.
I don't think a man should be crying and weeping and wailing and he don't have to do all that to get his point across.
But you know what?
I think he can be emotionally open and still be solid as a rock at the same time.
I agree, but see, I'm going to tell you why I have a problem with that, because to me, and I'm going back, reason why, because with our son growing up, I do remember like when he had games and stuff and you would be like, man, you better not cry. What you crying for? And I was like, Kenneth, he's sad that they lost. You felt like he could show those emotions. I felt like it was okay to show those emotions. Oh, you had to take your glasses off now. You about to
we're stepping deep now. We're stepping some deep water here.
You had your glasses on now because you wanted to look.
Loosen my collar up a little bit. We're stepping in some deep water here.
You wanted to look distinguished now. All of a sudden, okay,
we're stepping in some deep water here.
Okay, but let me finish. But that's what he would say that like, don't be crying, don't be doing that. But
gotta be hard, son. You gotta be hard. You gotta be solid. You gotta be a brother.
But that goes to me from the way you were raised. You were raised that way to say, men don't cry, men don't show their emotions.
Yeah, men don't let them sweat.
If you do, that show a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
That didn't mean he was weak. But go ahead. I'm just saying. Because I see him now. I'm just saying.
That's just old school to us. That's just old school to us. But you're back to the emotionally stability of a man.
Emotionally, yes.
Stability of a man. I think he should do that sometimes to let his wife know that there's two sides to us.
Okay.
There is a masculine side and then there's a natural side.
You know what I thought you was gonna say though. But go ahead.
I'm natural is natural.
Okay,
a natural side and a masculine side.
Okay.
And I think it's okay for a man to show his wife a natural side. If you and I together, and we're in the room together, and we've been opening, talking to with each other, and we're talking about some emotional things. I think it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I agree. Because I've seen, and I'm gonna be like I always have to be transparent. I've seen you probably shed tears, but I've never seen you cry. I've never seen you like break down and cry. What I mean by you know me, it don't take much for me. You know, I'm a
drop
cry.
your hat. Yeah.
I'm a cry.
You'll cry. You see a caterpillar crawl down the tree. Caterpillar crawl down the tree.
I will not cry over caterpillar crawling down the tree. I got you. But I'm just you did. But I'm saying I've never seen you break. And what I mean by that, I've seen you shed tears, but I've never seen you really cry. I'm gonna say I've seen you weep.
So have you seen me emotional?
Yes.
Open?
Yes.
How does that look?
Emotionally open that I've seen your sad side. I've seen you when you're upset. So to me, those are different emotions that I've seen from you. I've seen happy. I've seen sad. I've seen disappointment. I've seen different sides of you. So I think you have been emotionally open to me.
So it's okay for a man to be emotionally open with his wife. Now, let me draw a line there. Now, if a man is emotionally open with his wife, and then we get into a heated argument or discussion,
I knew it.
You use all of those tools I gave you to use against me and start using them as weapons of mass destruction, guess what? That's going to shut down the door of emotional stability right there.
I agree.
Because I'm not giving you any more ammunition to beat up on me with.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Oh, look at you. That's why you was crying the other day, because you're so weak. And you use that against me, you'll never see that again.
That's true. That's true. Okay, I agree. Okay. I like that.
So it's okay to be open, emotionally open, but ladies, don't use it as a weapon against your husband or your mate.
Okay, and let me just say this too, since Kenneth talking about, putting it all in the sand and doing all this, let me just say.
Draw my line in the sand.
Yeah, let me just say. Now, Kenneth, he can't be, and I'm just serious, Kenneth can't be just crying much as me. I mean, I'm just being,
Why not?
He said I'm crying because a caterpillar rolling down the tree. He crying because the caterpillar rolling up the tree. I'm like, are you serious? I mean, we both can't cry together.
We can't cry together like OJ. We cry together.
We can't cry together, but I'm just saying, Kenneth, you weep. Okay, it doesn't take much for me to cry.
Right.
But I'm saying But
you don't want me that insecure.
I'm saying I don't want you that sensitive. I'm going to use that word.
Okay.
Not really insecure. I don't want you that sensitive. I think, I know women, we want someone that's a protector. We want someone that's a provider. And we want someone that's there for us. But if you crying more than me and hiding more than me, how you going to protect me? And you crying, I say, ooh, killing somebody at the door. Ooh, Vita, what we going to do?
So there's a line we have to draw there that you can't be too emotionally open.
Right.
Right,
kind of what you said, like what you said. Even though you're showing your emotions, I can't use it against you. But then on the flip side, you can't be so emotional where, heck, that's all I got. I mean, you every time I turn around, you crying.
Crying more than you.
You crying more than me.
Yes. Oh, I'm softer than you are with the soft voice. You win all the arguments. I let you lead. You tell me what to do. Everything you say is right.
You took this to another level. We just talking about emotional.
Okay, but I'm just saying, once I get weak like that, then you just take over.
You just said weak.
If I get weak like that, you take over. The next thing I know, you're running the marriage. And I'm like, okay, you're running the marriage. Now what I'm going to do?
Kenneth, but you just said weak. We're right now, we're talking about how emotionally open you should be.
Okay.
So
there's a certain level of emotionalism, which is not a word, but emotional, openly. That should be. That's what you're saying.
I agree.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a certain limit to that.
Yeah.
Okay, I can agree with that. I had to take my glasses off with time.
I know you did. I was like, at first you started. I wanted to look
about girl. You trying to get me too deep.
You wanted to look out intellectual.
Yeah.
Say, I got to pull these glasses off. I really couldn't see that.
I got to look out for the brotherhood.
So I have a question for you as well. Family drama. No, I'm not gonna do that one. I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna say that one for last. I want to know affection. PDA. Somebody say PDA. This is another one. Public display of affection. How do you feel about as a couple, married couple, or not married couple, but a couple, husband and wife? I'm talking about a husband and wife. How affection?
I like that, but I think there should be a certain, line that should be drawn with that.
Okay.
I think you could be out holding hands.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
Walk in the park, holding hands, hugging each other, kissing every now and then.
Okay.
But I don't think we should take it to the level of every time you see us, we in the store, in the supermarket, in the restaurant. I'm all up on you, you all up on me. We just hugging and kissing like we just madly in love with each other. I don't think we should take it that deep.
What's wrong with that?
I think that's too deep.
Why do you feel like that?
Because when you in public, it should be decent and in order.
We are decent if
I'm all over you, you all over me. Everywhere we go, we're in the store, we're in the department store, we're in the movies, we're in the restaurant. I'm hugging all on you, hugging all on me, kissing all on me, I'm kissing all on you. We like, we want to have sex or something in an open public forum.
I agree.
I think we should draw a line.
I just like sometimes to ask those questions like,
I think we should draw a line.
I agree. I think when we're in public, I think there should be a certain amount of affection that should be displayed in the public. That's what I see.
Yeah.
I think us kissing is okay, but I'm talking about as far as me and you, and I'm just gonna say your tongue almost down my throat or my tongue almost down your throat. I just think in public that's a little bit too much.
A little bit too much.
I think just you and I giving a simple kiss and hug, and that's good. And sometimes I do, and this is just me. Some people like it, but I don't. You come up and you just grab the woman's behind. To me that's a lie. To hit it or touch it, that's different. But to like get a handful, that's just me. I'm just telling y'all, that's just me. To each his own. I'm not knocking people that enjoy doing that, but that's just me. I just think public affection. Public. Think about it. We're in public. How do we want people to see us? Do we want people to see what we do in the bedroom? If that's the way you roll, that's on you. But I just don't think it should be.
And now I'm gonna bring it to another level of that. I see couples sometimes when they're together act like they're not couples.
Yeah.
You can't even know. You don't even know if they're couples or not.
You can't tell
they're walking away from each other.
Right.
He won't open the door for her.
Mm-hmm.
He won't wait on her.
Mm-hmm.
He's way up ahead of her. She's way behind him.
Right.
I don't think we should do that. I think we should show people that being married is an obligation, and being married is enjoyable. So I think by holding hands, it's okay. Letting people know that we're laughing sometimes, we're joking with each other, we're kind of playing with each other maybe or something like that.
Right.
Sometimes we just running and playing with each other. Sometimes that's okay.
Right.
That's okay. I think we should let people see that being married is not boring, it's not dull, it's not, oh man, I'm going to be in jail the rest of my life because I'm married. I don't think it should be like that. I think people should see a display of, hey, dignity and pride, and hey, that I'm married to you, you're married to me, we're really enjoying each other's company. I think that should be a display for people to see.
So you kind of just said you don't feel like that we should walk distance from each other?
No, I don't think it should, be, like we're walking down the sidewalk and we're just, 6 feet apart from each other.
We've done
that. But I'm saying, why should you and I social distance from each other as we're walking down the parking lot? Why should we socially distance?
You would not say socially distance from each other.
If you 6 feet apart, be like, I got corona, or you got corona, or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I think we should be close with each other, holding hands. Showing display that, hey, I'm happy to be married. I'm in love with my wife, and she's in love with me, and we're enjoying each other's company.
Well, I'm gonna put another spin because Kenneth said he don't want us to be social distance. We have done social distance from one another when we've gone out. When I had said, Kenneth, okay, we're going out, I'm gonna wear something sexy. He's like, okay. So what I would do is walk ahead of him so people could see me, and we love to do that. Well, that's a good one. We're going to talk about that too. I'm just saying, well, that might be a good one for next week. How jealous or are you jealous in a relationship when it comes to that? But anyway, I think that's a good one. But like I walk ahead of him, and he'll notice guys, checking me out or looking at me, and he'll be like, yeah, that's my girl.
My girl still got it.
Yeah.
My girl still got it. My girl. The girl still got it.
Yeah, he'll say that. I'm like, okay, Kenneth. But anyway, he'll say something crazy like that. I let producer over there laughing because, he's saying something crazy. But anyway, so Kenneth, finally, how to handle drama in the family. I want to close it out on a banger. How do you handle drama in the family? How do you handle drama? Like with my side of the family, how do I handle drama? How do you handle drama in the family? You know, like your side, my side. How do you handle that drama? Just say, well, I'm going to say one good thing about us before we really get into it. You and I, which is one good thing, I'm just saying, we've never had an issue with each other's family as far as like in-laws.
Well, we had some little spats, but nothing big.
But I'm saying,
major.
I've gotten along with your mom, I've gotten along with your dad, your siblings, that we've been good brothers, just like you got along with my mom, dad.
Your mom always says, I'm her favorite son-in-law.
He's the only son-in-law. That's
well, I'm still the favorite.
He's the only. I'm the only.
My favorite son-in-law. Yeah, mama, thank you.
He's the only son-in-law. But anyway. So, Kenneth, how do you handle drama that's occurred in the family?
That could be just so dramatic because if I have seen it to the point where I tried to help you with a family dispute.
Okay.
And then next thing you know, the whole family turned against me.
Okay.
And I'm like, I was just trying to help out. Mm-hmm. But blood is thicker in water, whether we realize it or not. Mm-hmm. Blood is thicker in water because the whole family turned on me. And I'm like, I was just trying to be a mediator. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I have to learn how to back up from drama. But I think it should be decent and in order. I think, y'all asked me my opinion. I said, look, now, everybody can't talk at once. Everyone can't shout at each other at once. Everyone can't make their statement at once. Can we all just calm down and take a chill pill? Yeah, take a chill pill and calm down. I think it's okay for us to be mediators in each other's drama in the family.
And you know what? I like how Kenneth trying to just hit the surface. But I'm going to bring up, and not just going deep, but an incident I remember, and that's why I say it's on my side. I remember one time, this happened years ago. I was pregnant, and one family member said something. It's actually my mom. Mom, I love you. I got much love for you. She had said, this was when I was pregnant, so my son's grown. So, yeah, I imagine how long ago that was, 20-some years ago. So I remember she said something to me, and I said something to her, and I got upset. During the time your moods and you just real moody. So I got up and left, and I remember Kenneth.
And you slammed the door.
I slammed the door and left out.
And I was sitting there, and the family looking at me like, this is the new kid on the block. What is he going to do? Well, I'm like, oh, don't let him see you sweat. What I'm going to do in a situation like this?
So, no, let me finish. No, my mom said, you can go and tell her so-and-so. I forgot what she said. That's what
she'll never have to come back over my house no more.
Said. Yeah.
And so I just had to calm down. I took a chill pill and stood there for a minute and let everybody look at me, and I looked at them like, I'm not going to go out yet. I said, I'll tell you what, Mother, I'm going to go over there to the house. And I'm going to talk with her and try to see if I can, maybe just kind of calm her down. And maybe bring her back over here and we settle this dispute. I don't see how you're going to put up with her. That's the way she acts all the time. So if you're going to be married to her, this is what you're going to have to put up with. I'm like, what? What kind of foolishness is this? You're going to tell me this is how she's going to act the rest of her life? So I just had to be calm. I said, look, Mother, I said, yes, I understand that she's pregnant. I understand that she was, just, a little mad. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave in a minute and go home and talk to her and try to calm her down. And then I think Mom respected me even more because I stayed there for a minute and let you go down the street and calm down. And she said, okay, I respect that because you tried to help the situation.
Now, notice my facial expressions because that's Kenneth's story. That's not the story I remember happening.
Well, I tell you what, you left out, so how could you not know the story?
Because you came
That's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
But you came and told me. You told me.
You get secondhand information.
So you.
No, I'm just saying, you get secondhand information, you're going to take it over firsthand.
But you told me what you said. Okay, this is what Kenneth told me he said, y'all.
Go ahead, okay.
Kenneth said that when my mom said, you go back and you can tell her this.
That she don't have to come back over anymore.
Okay. Kenneth said, Mama, I'm not going to tell my wife that. You didn't say that?
Oh,
you said,
so now you trying to say
I can't tell my wife that. You did diffuse the situation,
okay,
but you did say, Mama, you know I can't tell her that. You weren't coming back to tell me. You didn't come back and tell me that she said that. You probably later, but you didn't tell me that there. But anyway, family drama. See, we got drama right now.
And here's another one. We had a big barbecue here one time.
Yes.
We had a big barbecue here one time. And we used to always have barbecues and invite the families and cousins over. 50 or 60 people come over. 50, 60 people come over. And it was kind of calming down. And my sister, my youngest sister, she was getting ready to leave and she wanted to take a plate of food with her. I said, oh yeah, take a plate of food with you, anything. So she went up in the cabinet and got my wife's nice china and was going to put some food on the plate. And my wife came over polite and said, no, you're not taking my china home with you. And my sister said, why not? And my wife said, because this is my china. You can get a paper plate or you can get a to-go bag.
To-go containers that you can place your food in.
My sister said, well, you're not going to, this is my brother's house. I'm going to take a plate. So she threw me under the bus. This is my brother's house. So I'm taking a plate with me. And I said, what? And next thing I know, those two were over there arguing and pulling over a plate and all of that. And we had company and stuff. So I had to grab both of them. I said, I tell you what, I'm going to put both of you all outside. If y'all don't stop arguing over one little plate, let her take the plate. Or you get the other plate and get out of here. So once I got in the middle of them and diffusion, I let them know that I wasn't taking sides. I let them know that you either calm down or I'm putting both of you all outside. And so at the end of the day, they finally calmed down.
Okay, we did calm down, but I just have one question. What happened? Did she take a paper plate or did she take
You diffused the situation.
But what happened?
You diffused it.
What happened? Was my paper plate or china?
You diffused the situation. That's all I can say. I'm pleading the fifth on that one, because my sister's going to watch this video too, and I want to survive. I want to survive both of them.
She ended up taking a paper plate. She took a to-go container.
Either way it went, I let them know. They respected me enough to realize that, hey, once I got involved, this situation should
But I love them. I love my sisters. I love all of my sisters. So I'm going to say that. I love
So drama in the family is real.
It's real.
But what we need to do as husband and wife team is don't take sides.
I agree.
It's hard not to take sides because you love your family, you love your wife.
Right.
Is blood thicker than water or is marriage thicker than water? You have to make it up in your mind. And that's another thing we need to talk about too.
What?
We talk about how much influence does family, outside influences have on you and me as a husband and wife team.
Okay.
We need to talk about that.
We'll write that one down as soon as we get out.
Yes.
We won't forget.
Because I see that all the time wreaking havoc upon marriages.
I agree, because we get so many questions, y'all.
Yes.
So, Kenneth, you know what? I kind of like this because you had a lot to say in a lot of time, and I think we covered a whole lot of information in that time.
I think so.
I think it was good. We had our producer laughing because of some of the stuff, some stories he had never heard of, and he was just like, what?
Like, dog, I've been living all this long and never heard this story before.
Keep them coming, y'all. That's all I want to say. Keep the questions coming. Email them to me.
Yes.
At thedavisonintervention @gmail.com. So keep those questions coming. We appreciate you all. Go ahead.
Subscribe. Hit that notification.
Why you look at me? Look at them and tell them.
Hit that notification. Like, subscribe, hit that notification. I always wanted to say that.
There you go.
And I said it.
You did.
All right.
Yeah, he got it. So y'all, thank y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Check us out next week. We'll be here next Monday. Same time, same station. Stay tuned. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.